What if I told you that for 2,000 rupees more than what the standard Tuono 457 used to cost, you could get yourself a special edition Aprilia Tuono 457? But before we jump into that, I want to share a quick story. A story about my own journey. My very first video at PowerDrift was with the exact motorcycle. Me, Varun, a 390 Duke and the Tuono 457. I fell really hard for it that day. But I also walked away with a list of things that I needed to fix. And more importantly, a list of things that I needed to fix as well. A little nourishment, if you will. But here we are anyways. And here's the fun part. While I'm still very much a limited edition, the motorcycle next to me is a special edition. Now what makes it so special? Well, let's find out. Now normally when a company rolls out a special edition, it sits beside the standard bike as an extra option on the shelf. Not this time. Aprilia has replaced the standard Tuono 457 with this one. So this isn't really optional anymore. This is the Tuono 457 now. Which brings me to the real question I'm chasing today. I've already loved the standard Tuono 457, the engine, the way it rode, all of it. So this video isn't about whether it's a good motorcycle, it's about whether these changes have made me love it even more. Oh, and here's a little fun coincidence. Aprilia says that this whole special edition is a tribute to their legendary 2006 Tuono 1000R. So while I'm out here marking 1 year of my own journey, Aprilia's out here marking 20 of theirs. Alright, let's talk about what's changed. The handlebar remains unchanged, but the inclusion of 10mm taller risers elevates the position, and thank God for that, because on the old bike, if you had the handlebar at full lock, your thumb would touch the tank. Does it now? No. You also get an adjustable brake lever. Great. But what about its other half? There's no adjustable clutch lever. That's just silly. There's a new smoked flyscreen too. And Aprilia says that it's for aerodynamics, but on a naked motorcycle, that doesn't make any sense. Form over function. The suspension setup has been retuned and the seat has been redone as well with more cushioning and reshaped contours. Okay, you know what? I could keep reading your spec sheet, but that's not why you're here, and that's certainly not why I am here. Let's just ride. Now I was hoping to throw some proper Indian potholes at this retuned suspension, but Baramati blessed us with smooth, sweeping roads instead. Great for high-speed cornering, where the Tuono still handles like a total dream. But we'll have to wait until we get it back home to see if it truly softens the city commute. The Ergos tell a similar story. Raising the bar height just 10mm successfully fixes the thumb clash while keeping that aggressive, front-loaded riding posture intact. Meanwhile, the seat gives you plush padding and solid back support, though the narrow front profile sacrifices some thigh support. It's subtle tuning, not a complete overhaul, keeping the Tuono distinctively sharp.
Very few motorcycles genuinely bring a smile to my face, and even though there is no perfect motorcycle, the Tuono is definitely one of them. My absolute favorite part about this bike is the engine. I mean, I am a sucker for twin-cylinder motors, and this one, with its 270-degree crank, just sounds so good. Plus, strong power, playful torque, genuinely a peppy motorcycle. I have zero complaints about the engine. Not then, not now.
Quick bit of context, when the RS457 first launched, a lot of owners had complaints about their engine and after-sales headaches. The Tuono with the same motor and all largely dodged that. And lately, even the RS complaints seem to have quieted down. Has Aprilia actually fixed that? Everything else carries over exactly as it was, and that is totally fine.
But the one thing that bugged me on the standard bike were the foot pegs. Slightly too high, and I'm not even a tall rider. If you're over say 5'10", this is going to get to you on a longer ride. Special edition or not, they didn't touch it. Missed opportunity. Furthermore, the standard bike's brake fade issue was left unaddressed, and that is something Aprilia really should have tackled. After all, a motorcycle this quick desperately needs a braking system that can stop it even quicker. The quick shifter is still an accessory instead of standard fit. No cornering traction control, no cornering ABS, and that suspension is preload adjustable only. So it's definitely not the full setup you'd expect this deep into 3.99 lakh rupees. Yes, the Tuono 457 Special Edition is priced at 3.99 lakh rupees ex-showroom. And in this segment, that number matters. The KTM 390 Duke R comes in at 3.45 lakh rupees, almost 55,000 rupees less. If you'd rather have a twin cylinder with less tech but arguably more soul, Royal Enfield's got a whole lot. The Interceptor 650 at 3.37 lakh rupees and the Continental GT 650 at 3.53 lakh rupees. So make no mistake, the Tuono sits right at the top of this price graph.
Coming back to where we started, do these changes make me love the Tuono even more? With this update, Aprilia has taken meaningful baby steps. The friendlier suspension and sort of better ergonomics make the motorcycle feel more complete than it did a year ago. Sure, it's not perfect, and honestly, that mirrors my own journey. I still have a long way to go. More to learn, much to achieve on this camera. And I think the same holds for Aprilia in India. They still need to make the quick shifter standard, fix the foot peg geometry, and over-engineer the braking system to match the engine's blistering pace. But as a first step toward perfection, I always liked the Tuono 457, and with these fixes, I respect it even more.